Hello, lovelies. Happy New Year if you celebrate in January, and happy 2026 if you celebrate the New Year in the spring like I do. I just left the gym and I just wanted to shoot the shit with you for a brief moment because I was thinking about something and I wanted to talk about it and see, I don't know, maybe this will resonate for you. About a week or two ago, I saw a video of this woman who had started this water fast because she felt her body needed a detox and decided to proceed with the water fast, which honestly is really, really good if you do it correctly. Anyways, within days, she noticed something unexpected. And it wasn't just her body detoxing, but certain aspects of her life began to change. Dynamics shifted balance, so to speak. And it was like parts of her life began to fast its way out. And it hit me then, but it hit me more so today as I was thinking about it, that's kind of like what happens when you choose to do something good for yourself. A lot of the time when you choose yourself first in whatever which way, what actually happens is for some reason it feels like everything starts falling apart instead, which is very disheartening, right? Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced this too, because I know I have. See, the thing is, like, when you choose yourself, most people expect like clarity, peace, ease, like right off the bat, right? But what often comes first is disorientation, aka the bullshit. You decide to take better care of yourself, your body, your mental health, your emotional health, your energy, whatever it may be. You finally take a step towards yourself, and then suddenly things start feeling off rather than better. Suddenly relationships start shifting. The job doesn't fit anymore. People pull away. Old wounds start to come up again. Things you thought that were stable start cracking at the seams. Like, what the hell? Relationships feel tense. Your nervous system feels activated. Your chest feels tight. Your gut feels unsettled. You're left feeling restless, emotional, and raw. Like, what is that? And your mind starts like doing spirals. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I make the wrong choice? Why does this feel so uncomfortable? Why does choosing myself feel like this? And what we might overlook in those intense moments is that what feels like resistance in the body and or in life is often transformation moving through and unfolding. Because when you choose yourself, the universe chooses you too. And often when people hear that or something similar, their initial thought or hope is that things are supposed to get easier almost right away. Like you make one good choice and suddenly everything clicks into place. Or so we hope, right? And it does. Things do click into place, but it doesn't look or feel pretty right away. And that's something that I think we might overlook or try to bypass. So let's bring it back to the body again, because the body understands truth better than the mind, at least in my opinion. So let's say you start drinking more water. Ergo, you're doing something that is nourishing, supportive, and intentional for your body and for your health, right? Your goal could be more energy, better digestion, better sleep, more vitality, more focus, whatever it is. But before things start to feel better, the body first reacts. It purges. Think headaches, fatigue, acne breakouts, discomfort, emotional release. Some even experience flu-like symptoms when you're doing any type of detox. And if you've done a detox before, you know exactly what I mean. Because eventually what was once stagnant starts moving, right? So now this is happening not because increasing your hydration was a bad idea, but because the body is finally responding to being hydrated in a very honest way. It's showing you what's been ignored, what's been masked, what's been normalized, what's been swept under the rug for another day, what needs attention. The water doesn't create the toxins, it reveals them instead. The purge isn't punishment on the body, though it might feel like it, but technically what it is preparation for your desired outcome. The body basically says, this can't be hidden anymore. Sorry, not sorry. All this gotta go. And honestly, life works in a similar way. When you choose yourself, you're taking like a desire and pairing it with an aligned action. And you're not just making one small choice, even though it may feel small in the moment. But what you're doing is you're sending a signal. You're kind of saying, like, I'm ready to live differently. These aligned actions can look something like you're choosing rest over exertion. You're setting a boundary. You're standing 10 toes in your truth. You're slowing down without guilt. You stop abandoning yourself for foolery and nonsense. That initial choice, that moment of alignment becomes a catalyst. And the universe responds, not gently, not selectively, more so systemically. And then what no longer is aligned starts to loosen its grip. Again, not out of punishment, but out of honesty. And that's when it feels like a tower moment. You think you made a simple self-loving choice, but suddenly everything just starts shaking. Like, why is this relationship changing? Why does this job feel so unbearable all of a sudden? Why can't I go back to how things were? That's because the choice wasn't small, like I said, even though it felt like it in the moment. You didn't just change a habit. You changed the frequency you were willing to live in. And anything that can't meet you in that frequency that you are now living in, it's got to move. The universe isn't taking things away from you to hurt you. It's removing what can't come with you, what won't flow with you anymore in that new frequency. You know? I see it this way. One aligned choice touches everything. Your body, your nervous system, your emotional patterns, your relationships, even your identity. You thought you were focusing on one thing, and then the universe heard instead, I'm ready for truth. I'm ready for alignment. And alignment requires space. But the thing is, there's grief there in that space during the transitioning of all of it, right? Some of what's leaving once felt very safe. Some of it once held you and helped you survive a lot of things. Some of it mattered truly, madly, deeply. And that's okay. And you're allowed to honor that. You're allowed to miss them, the people, the places, the things. You can grieve them. You can honor them. You can honor what they gave you during those seasons, during that time of need, because grief doesn't mean you're meant to go back to all of it. It just honors the human within you. So if you're in this phase right now, the purge phase, where things feel messy, emotional, unclear, and heavy, hear this. You're not failing, regressing, going backwards, or being dog walked by the universe, even if it feels like it. You're just simply being recalibrated. You're clearing space, setting a new foundation. What feels like collapse is often capacity being rebuilt. This kind of transformation, doesn't rush. And honestly, it shouldn't. Anything that lands deep takes time to integrate, right? But it does change everything. This isn't about a glow up, quick fixes, or performative healing. It's about a ground down into truth, into body, into true alignment. It's about learning how to actually live in alignment. So if choosing yourself made your life feel messy, quieter, lonelier, more tender, trust me, you're not doing it wrong. You're listening, you're learning and growing, you're detoxing and shedding what no longer fits. Like I said, you're preparing for your desired outcome. And the universe is responding, even if it looks like release before reward, even if it doesn't look or feel like how you expected it to. There's no blueprint to life, love. It's all a learning curve. Some of it's easy, some of it's not. But one thing's for certain and two things for sure is that every time you choose yourself, the universe chooses you too. So take that as you need. Be blessed, bun the stress, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.